genuine jollof rice from? Is it from Ghana? Is it from Nigeria? Go and taste the jollof rice. Vote for it. Settle this conflict among Africans.
Life in Johannesburg, South Africa has been lifing, but in a good way. It's amazing. I've been enjoying it. I don't have anything bad to say, but in this video, we're gonna talk about what I've been up to. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashley. On this channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about my experience of living and doing business here on the continent of Africa. I have tons of videos from before of moving and my journey of moving, but we're talking life and business. I'm also the founder and creator of the Africa Investors Academy, which is a membership community of entrepreneurs and investors all over the world that are building businesses, location independent businesses, might I add, for the growth of the continent of Africa. So if that sounds interesting to you, check us out in the link below, subscribe to the channel for more updates. And this past week, I attended the AGOA conference here in South Africa. So I'm here at the AGOA forum. It was mad hectic getting in here at the Johannesburg Exhibition Center. There's like a 2-stop accreditation process, which is quite hectic, but they feel it's necessary. So I'll let you know how it goes. Mercedes-Benz is the biggest beneficiary of the AGOA trade agreement. For those that don't know, AGOA is the Africa Growth Opportunity Act, which is a duty-free trade agreement, tax-free trade agreement between sub-Saharan Africa and the US, where qualified businesses from AGOA recognized countries are able to do trade with the US tax-free. And so I attended the seminar or the conference that happened here in South Africa. It was really exciting. It was my first time seeing President Cyril Ramaphosa.
And I think there are others, that's why they are applauding. Those I didn't see, I also greet you. It's wonderful to have Labour well represented here. Leaders of civil society, distinguished guests, and good morning, as we say in our country.
In person, he's quite charming and very captivating, kind of in his charm. And I could see why so many people here in South Africa love him because, yeah, it was really enjoyable to hear him talk and address the group, the dignitaries, and just, you know, the South African people. He even joked about how South Africans are very, what was the word that he used? Basically saying that South Africans were expecting a holiday immediately after the World Championship, the World Rugby Championship. And he said, we're going to test your patience because nothing good comes easy or overnight. And it was funny, you know, it was a really interesting joke and time. Nevertheless, I had a great time. I was certified through the AGOA training program a couple months ago. And yeah, I just got an opportunity to go and learn a little bit more about what it was about. And it was really great to see. There were people from all over the continent of Africa, ministers, dignitaries, private companies, press. I mean, it was a really interesting room of people. And there was also a trade event happening, a Made in Africa exhibition of suppliers from all over Africa who are, you know, trading and creating products. And I met the most amazing woman by happenstance, because I only stopped at 3 different booths for my own personal needs. And I met the biggest supplier of shea butter in the world there at the AGOA conference. And we since then had a meeting yesterday. Actually, I brought Zanaya along, which was really exciting. Guys. I love that she said hi, guys. So we're heading to a meeting. A woman that I met at the AGOA conference last week who sells shea butter. Exciting. Zanaya Mariah's writing exams. She didn't have exams today, so she is at home. So I said, let her come out with me, since entrepreneurship is in the thread of our household. Everyone has to have a business, right?
Right.
We all need to figure it out. So a perfect way other than to have her come along. What do you think?
I'm loving it.
You're loving it? Okay. I asked her if we could record. She wasn't, she didn't want to do it. She was feeling a bit shy, but she's an incredible woman doing so much amazing work in Ghana, supporting over 81,000 women farmers, has created hundreds of thousands of jobs, and is just doing incredible work, and is on her way to South Africa with, public-private partnership to develop a factory here, a manufacturing facility for shea butter. So we've got some exciting things coming, and I can't wait to fill you in on more of that. So, that's what's been going on. There's, it's December. So, which means it's a lifestyle. It's not December yet, but it's November, heading into December, and events are happening. I live, in a very active area. So most days there's noise, there's background, there's music, there's, vibes, and it's really just been an enjoyable time. It's been an enjoyable time. I'd say, for people that are interested in this, this lifestyle, and wanting to know more of why I made this decision and why you should too. When I was talking to Dr. Dora, who is the, big supplier, Nuts for Change, or is it Seeds for Change, her business, Nuts. It's Nuts for Change because shea butter is a nut. So Nuts for Growth is her company, and she's incredible. But we were sitting and we were talking just about, the world and what's happening, and the things that are happening to our people in the West. And she shared some really intimate stories of friends and family that she knew that had migrated to the US for better opportunities, and the shame and the guilt that they felt when they weren't able to make things right, when they couldn't afford to return home, when they had made bad financial decisions, selling off their land, their inheritance, their business to go into an economy where they owned nothing and were treated horribly. Women that, were raising children, and exposing their children to unsafe and violent environments that are now succumbed to the system and are thus just not doing well. And she just re-emphasized the fact that these environments are great, yes, for earning money, but what else is there, right? What else is there in the West outside of earning money? It's not a lifestyle. It's not peace. It's not equality. It's not joy, right? There's moments of joy, there's pockets of joy, but this resounding opportunity to be amongst people who also look like you, where racism is no longer a factor, where mass gun violence in the form of mass shootings is not an issue, where, people aren't going bankrupt for medical treatment, where the environment aren't so toxic that people are losing their lives to illnesses and ailments that are, just conducive of living in such environment like the US. And, some of you guys in the comments are like, oh, you're always down talking, listen, I earned my right. I am an American citizen, and that's my country, and I'm proud to have, I'm proud and grateful, right? I wouldn't necessarily say proud. I'm grateful to have been raised there, educated there, to have had the wherewithal to know that there was better for me outside of it, right? So great country, I just don't want to live there. And for people that are wondering, you know, what it could look like, it can look like a lot of things, and your journey won't be my journey, but it takes time, it takes a little bit of push, it takes resilience, it takes persistence, and it takes belief in self and knowing that you are honoring yourself and making the right decisions, because there is just so much excitement on the other side. And, you know, having started the Africa Investors Academy not even a year ago, we are, you know, we've got over 40 members in the community living all over the world. Some fantastic success stories that have actually made their move, that have invested in their projects, that are actively doing business on the continent in 1 year. And, you know, constantly new resources are being poured in. With AGOA and having been invited to that seminar and that event, we now have access to suppliers. You know, we have access to attorneys and vetted experts that are able to point people in the right and proper direction. So if you want to learn more about what's coming up next with Africa Investors Academy, with our summit, our live event that we hosted in Zanzibar in 2023 in August, we'll be doing that again, and we'll be hosting one in South Africa. And so I'll be announcing those dates soon. If you want to be the first to know, make sure you head over to africainvestorsacademy.com. The link will be in the description as well as in the pinned comment, so that you can sign up for our email list to get updates on, you know, being the first to know about what's happening and when it's happening. Spots are going to go fast. We're going to do limited seating. We're working with some really powerful people within this academy, and in less than, you know, a year, I'm just shocked at the traction that we've been able to make. But the impact has been great, and we're maintaining a really high level of integrity when it comes to how we're connecting people with experts. We're saying no to certain people, and we are supporting those that are in alignment with the things that we want to achieve. And so if you'd like to be a part of that, head to the link in the description and also in the pinned comment to get more updates and info on what's happening next in the academy. So I can't wait to see you then. Look out for an email from me in your inbox as soon as you sign up. And until the next video, I'll see you soon.